Praise be to all that is holy. There is playoff basketball back in Atlanta. Forgive my strange setup. I am at the end of a lovely vacation up in Cape Cod in Massachusetts. And so this is not going to be a normal video, but it's a very important video to make because it is time for Hawks Knicks in the playoffs once again. Firstly, and most importantly, I want to see New York Knicks fans humbled. All week, I've been hearing people on the internet, I've been hearing people on ESPN, I've been hearing people all over the place, even around here where I am, say, oh, the Knicks, they're a powerhouse, they've played, they have so much playoff experience, they're a more well-rounded team, they got Nickeil Alexander-Walker and Jalen Johnson, and all these folks, they're gonna beat the brakes off Atlanta. And I think, and this applies to all New York sports, that Knicks fans need to shut up. Because the Hawks, it's not like the Hawks have no playoff experience. Nickeil Alexander-Walker went to the playoffs, we went to the Eastern Conference Finals with Trae Young a couple years ago. Nickeil Alexander-Walker was part of that team that, mind you, beat the Knicks in 5, back a couple years ago in 2021. Jonathan Kuminga has played in the playoffs. CJ McCollum certainly has experience in the playoffs, being the veteran he is. We have Buddy Hield on the bench, has experience. We have a lot of veterans on this squad that have been in big atmospheres before, and I don't think are going to be awed by Madison Square Garden. I mean, the Hawks went into Madison Square Garden earlier this year and won, for God's sake. But let's get to the important stuff. How are the Hawks going to win this series? Well, we gotta play really good at center. Jock Landale will not be available for the start of this series. Thank you to dirty ass Orlando Magic. There will be a video about you soon. Don't worry, there's a proper video about the Orlando Magic coming. Just you wait. Goga, I see you, you dirty whatever. Point is, we're gonna have fantastic defense in this. Obviously, the losses against New York this year have all come with like Karl-Anthony Towns and Jalen Brunson just bullying us. The Knicks play bully ball. Karl-Anthony Towns plays bully ball. And Atlanta, we've seen games where the more physical team has just run Atlanta out of the park. Cleveland did it earlier, a couple weeks ago. Houston has done it. When the Hawks' biggest losses have all had the common thread of just being overwhelmed by bigger teams, and we cannot let that happen, especially not in a series, in a game where we have to go up against that same brand of bully ball potentially 7 straight times. And of course, we need our skilled players to show up big time. Jalen Johnson, he was kind of quiet in those games against Cleveland. It felt like we really need him to step up into his star role and to just, we need Jalen to be the man. We need him to be going in Madison Square Garden with some fire in him. We need Nickeil Alexander-Walker to have that same dog in him. We need Jonathan Kuminga to show up big. I mean, Kuminga did in the Cleveland games. We need more of that. We need our biggest firepower to show up properly, and we need him to show up for all of those games. We need consistency out of them. We need the bench to play well. Like, we need Zachary Leachey to have a good couple of games. Buddy Hield dropped 31 points against the Heat when he got a chance to start against Miami last week. I'd love to see Buddy come in one of those games as a depth piece and contribute, because he can. He's fun to watch on the bench, don't get me wrong. I love Buddy already, but I'd love to have him putting some points on, Dyson Daniels, I think, is arguably the most important player in this entire series. I'm gonna get to this in a minute, but I feel like we've been horribly disrespected, because I have seen articles saying that the Knicks have 8 of the best 10 players on this. The hell they don't. They do not. Dyson Daniels, when he is playing good offensive ball, is as well-rounded a player as anyone in the NBA. If Dyson Daniels is able to shoot even average three-pointers on a consistent nightly basis, I challenge you to find a more well-rounded player, a more well-rounded team player in the entire league. I challenge you, get down in the comments and just tell me, who do you think is better than Dyson all around if Dyson can get the free ball going? And this offseason, he's going to be working his ass off. He's going to be working as hard as he can to get that free ball playing. Or at least I hope he is. We need Dyson to step up big time. We'll probably put him on Karl-Anthony Towns or Jalen Brunson. And he's been doing really well. We've been putting him on big stars, and we've been seeing him show up. And he needs to do that big time in the Garden. Dyson Daniels, I think, if there's one player who is key, I mean, really, the only way we're going to beat the Knicks is by a complete team performance. But if there's one player whose success defines this series and a potential series win for the Hawks, it will be Dyson Daniels. And lastly, this feeds into me talking about the arrogance I feel like there is with New York sports, especially in the Knicks. But I feel like the Hawks been disrespected big time in this. I seen ESPN did their board of experts to pick the series, and we got unanimously picked against. We are the underdog in every sense of the word. All you hear them say, the Knicks have a better team overall. I've been seeing people in the chat rooms. I've been seeing people on ESPN, on the internet. I feel like the consensus has been, oh, the Hawks are cute. They're a nice Cinderella team. They took advantage of a soft schedule. All that talk. So much talk. And the only way we're going to get answers is on the court. So I say let them play, but don't just let them play. I don't want to see any of that insane bias the referees have for New York Knicks, because I know it's there. If you're a Detroit Pistons fan, you know what I'm talking about. Knicks refereeing in the playoffs. You know what I'm talking about. I don't want to see any of that next week, and I know I'm going to see it because I guess someone's mama's from Brooklyn, but I'm just saying, let them play. And stop disrespecting the Hawks. The Hawks are the 6th seed in the Eastern Conference for a reason. We would not have won 46 games and won, 18 of the last 20, or some mad number like that, if we were not good enough to back it up. We have run the big boys, and we have beaten them, and much more, we have beaten them in their house. And I am not going to go into this guns blazing saying, hell yeah, Atlanta wins in 5, because I don't think Atlanta wins easily. It's a question of if we win or all, but I'm not going to say the Knicks are going to come out and sweep us or anything like that. I say, well, I am not going to come out here and loudly say, easy win for the Hawks. You think I'm frightened of the Knicks? No, man, I am not frightened of anyone in the Eastern Conference the way my team is playing. I am not frightened of anyone. So I say, bring it on, New York. It'll be a fun series. Let the best team win. Eh? So, you know, my pick's obvious. I'm picking the Hawks to win. I'm picking the Hawks to win in 7. I think we are going to be one of the most exciting parts of this NBA playoff this year. I think Hawks in 7, because, you know, I'm never going to pick against my Hawks. I'm never going to pick against them. If we do win, it's not going to be easy. But my final pick, I think Jonathan Kuminga has a baller of a game. I think the Hawks set the tone early in the Garden. I think they have to defend home court. We got to see those Hawks fans out loud and proud at State Farm Arena. We cannot let the Knicks fans fill up State Farm Arena. We have to make sure that we have home field advantage in those 2 games. We have to make sure it is loud in there. We have to defend home court. We have to send the message in the Garden. And I think it is entirely possible that the Hawks pull off a big upset and win in 7. This is Glenwood Games. I am your host, Jojo, the world famous Jammerin Jojo. In fact, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you pardoned maybe mic quality and how different of a video this is to the rest of them. We're going to be back next week. I'm going to be talking about what's happening in this series, the rest of what's happening in Atlanta sports and sports in general. I want to make a video about the Orlando Magic and how dirty they play. I want to make a video about how great the Braves have been playing to start this year. I want to make a video on all sorts of things. I'm going to do that back at home. Have a great weekend, y'all. Have a great rest of y'all day whenever you're watching this. Have fun watching the series. And from me to you, have a great run. Bless, go Hawks. Bring it on, New York.